Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Browns going up against the Colts.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. On the return, Jabril Peppers. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
10 yards still left on second down. They go play action. Kaiser escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. The first down carry here for Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Kaiser now on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On third down, Kaiser. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Back to throw. Love completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Being chased out left. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And tough starting field position here. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On second down, Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Kaiser on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Yards, and the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go.
Second down, Kaiser. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. That one goes for 24 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Kaiser now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Basham coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. To throw is Kaiser. Screen play, Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go!
From the gun, Kaiser. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go! Try 38!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
They'll throw here. Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Moncrief brings it in. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on first. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Now he'll let it go on the run. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Let's go!
Kaiser to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Kaiser flushed out right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Kaiser. Gets it to Gordon. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They go play action here on first down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw, Kaiser. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it'll bring up third down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. On third down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 30 yards there.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. In motion goes the tight end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now a carry for Mack. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Lambo will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Kaiser now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. They're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
They go to Johnson again. And some room to maneuver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Here we go.
They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Kaiser. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Play fake. Kaiser.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd down, Kaiser. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jonathan Hankins in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the catch made by Hilton. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back around the 37. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Mack. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Back to throw, Love. Now he steps away. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Luck on 1st down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Mack. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run to Mack, and he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll get him down right around the 16. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This for the lead in the final stages. And Lambo will put this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The former Brown, Jabal Sheard, in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's third and long. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all the way.
They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end in Njoku. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.